Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm so excited about. It's going to be all about my recent engagement. I have been wanting to share this with you guys, but the footage is hilarious. Like, I think it's on a phone, so it's vertical. I'm screaming, sobbing, running across the cul-de-sac, and some Miss Lola Choutique leopard print flats. My feet are like smacking the ground. It's hilarious, but it's something that I definitely want to look back on in the future. So I wanted to share it with you guys and put it on my channel so I am able to do so. But I wanted to give you some background before I just put that footage on my channel because it's very confusing. So I'm probably gonna do a relationship video. I know some years ago I mentioned to you guys I was working on some blog posts about singleness is not punishment, and just the things that I went through after getting out of my last long-term relationship. And I think it'd be pretty cool to kind of give the progression from then until now. So if you're interested in that, let me know down below and I'll do so. But regards to the engagement, so Solomon and I met in 2016. It was the end of 2016. We were actually introduced to one another through somebody that I was talking to at the time. That young man was on the I'm not interested in dating, or I'm not interested in being in a relationship, I don't believe in titles kind of situation, which is cool. That's not for me. So that fell apart, but I was actually headed to California anyway for work. As you guys remember, I have a couple of videos talking about that. And came back from California, saw Solomon in the building in passing, you know, spoke, and it wasn't until maybe like summer 2018 we started to see each other a lot more frequently. Like, we would see each other almost every day. We would talk about random things like grocery shopping. I introduced him to the greatness that was Aldi. We talked about Insecure. That was really how this kind of started to pick up. We had a conversation one day about the Lawrence Hive, Issa Hive, and so every Monday after the show would come on, I would go sit at his desk and we would talk about Insecure. And that's really where things started to pick up. From there, it, you know, went to other TV shows. He's the reason I watched The Wire, which is one of the best shows in the world, hands down. If you have not watched it, do so. And then we would see each other in the cafeteria, and we started having these like impromptu breakfast dates. So I'd see him, and then it just kind of to start being a little bit more than a coincidence. Like, we knew what time the other person would be in the cafeteria. Now, mind you, I would meal prep, so I wouldn't need to buy breakfast, but I would forego making, you know, my breakfast for the week so I could go downstairs to the cafeteria to buy breakfast. So I would see him so we could sit down and have our chats. And it just started to be things like that. And then from there, started dating after he left the agency because I didn't want any problems. Well, we had our first date the end of October 2018 actually. And yeah, so here we are, a little over a year of dating, and we are engaged to be married. Like I said, we knew each other for a while, so it was really cool to have the friendship part first before we started dating. And I think for a lot of the instances that I've been in, I did not have that part. I met the person with the intention of dating without knowing who they were before, and you know, things didn't mesh. Like, I knew him, and it made things a lot easier moving forward. So in this video, we were headed to his aunt's house to do a birthday parade. I had been working on my sign all day to get ready to go and get in line with everybody. So we drive over, it's like 5 p.m. Drive over. Well, actually, let me back up. I saw him getting dressed, and I'm like, dang, he's actually like putting on pants. Let me like put on some jeans and some flats, and you know, because I was just gonna go on what I had on. I was like, well, let me get cute, put on a little makeup, you know, blah blah blah. I was like, okay. Got in the car, had my sign. We go park, we wait for everybody to pull up, we get out the cars, we're waving the sign. So you'll see the sign in my hand in the video, waving the signs, you know, everybody's screaming happy birthday, and then everybody pulls off and we're still sitting there. He's over at his mom's car talking, so I'm standing to the side trying to keep my distance, and I'm like talking to her from afar, and as we're having this conversation, my head turns and I see my line sisters pull up, 3 of them pull up in their cars, and I'm like, what are y'all doing here? And they just like stop and put their cars in park, and they're like smiling, they got their phones, and I'm like, so then I turn back this way and I see him getting this huge sign. I still have the sign. I see him getting that huge sign out of his mom's car. My brain immediately figures out what's happening, and I take off running. It's a very slow run because I had on Miss Lola flats that don't have a lick of nothing in them, but I took off running. My spirit just said go. It was a excited run, an elated run, but it was a run nonetheless, and it's hilarious to look back on. But of course my answer was yes, and I'm so excited to, you know, spend the rest of this here life with him. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a background before I put that footage in here so you wouldn't be confused. That's what was going on, and it was really, really sweet. We got pictures with our masks on, and this is just something I wanted to share with you guys. Hoping that it just gives you the warm and fuzzies that it gave me. And I'm hoping to record some content regarding wedding planning. So that's all I have for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and insert the footage. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoy it. Don't laugh at me too hard because it is hilarious. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Pulling up to the caravan. Pulling up. Quarantine. Yes. Oh, yeah.